we're here at Droplet Entertainment today. I've got Prince Albert's The Wolfe. How are you guys doing?
Great, how are you?
Good, good.
How's it going, baby? Don't you need me when it's easy, when it's easy, when it's and when you hit that wall, I'm gonna let you go.
You guys are all the way down here for Ready Week. How's the new week going?
Amazing. We saw some cool concerts and been to some cool conferences, so it's been pretty good.
And it's
Nice.
warmer here. So.
Yes.
Warmer here? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the weather like back in Saskatchewan right
Like,
now?
Cold.
30.
And
Minus.
snowy.
Minus 30.
Is that cold already?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Glad I'm here.
Same.
That's funny. Cool. So yeah, any highlights? What are a few cool shows or bands that you guys have seen so far? Or any venues that stood out?
I was really excited about playing at Bovine Sex Club because I've heard so much about it and it's just like such a cool vibe in there, and we got a showcase there last night and it was
A lot of
epic.
people.
Yeah.
Really cool. Like I didn't really know what to expect when we went in. It has like all this cool art hanging from the ceiling. There's like creepy little baby dolls up
Yeah.
like on top of the ceiling. I love it. It's really cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Also, the Painted Lady was really cool. It was nice to see like a venue run by a woman. And
Yeah.
we don't see that very much, so it was a cool vibe.
You guys, well, I guess we'll jump in your album. You guys released an album this year called Strange Words.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going really well for you. Can you just want to talk about the album a little bit?
Yeah. What can I say? It came out in April, and we've been touring it around. It's a 5-song EP, and I don't know.
It's gotten radio play. It's gotten us here. It's gotten we played Warped Tour because of that EP.
Got some cool music videos out of it.
Nice.
Yeah. Got a lot of attention from producers and other industry people that want to work on the next one. So I think it was definitely a step up for us, and it's only going to go up from here. After this one.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys got radio play not only here but in the States as well as the UK. How is that feeling finding out like the first time your music's being played all the way in like across seas?
It's weird. It's like
To be honest, what? I remember Gabby sat down. Gabby sat down and she's like, okay guys, like, hey, I have some really cool news. Like, we're getting played in different countries. And I was like, no. Like, no way. You're lying. And then she like showed me the numbers, like, no, I still don't believe it. I'm still kind of in doubt.
Yeah, no, it's cool that like music's such a global thing, and it's cool that our music is starting to have that reach, and I think that's like the end goal, right? Is you want the most people to hear your music as possible, and the fact that it's starting to be outside of not only outside not only our hometown and our home province, home country,
Yeah.
like it's
And it's an
So
excuse
cool.
to go overseas.
There
yeah.
you go, yeah.
You know, just make a little trip over.
Nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, do you guys have any touring plans coming up?
I think we're gonna work on like getting another tour together. I think we kind of already did start working on that, but nothing like set in stone yet.
Right.
Definitely like we're gonna do an Eastern Canadian tour. We've never done that, so we'll be back here in Toronto.
Very cool.
Next
And-
year.
Yeah, and then Western Canadian tour again, and hopefully start digging into those international places.
Get out of Canada.
Have played our songs on the
Yeah.
radios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about the music scene in Prince Albert and Saskatchewan?
Yeah, it's grown so much over the past few years. Like, all of our friends are basically in bands. Like, our friend group is just the music group of PA, but PA is kind of small, so.
I feel like a lot of people look over Saskatchewan as like a music hub. Like it's
Yeah.
usually like the coasts in Toronto, and it's actually happening. Like Saskatoon is really growing big with some good bands coming out of there, and I don't know. I think prairie bands are like up and coming. I think they're happening.
Like, yeah, totally.
I've heard that it's like people are pushing like northern Saskatchewan, so like Saskatoon, up as like the next like Seattle, the next like
Really?
Chicago, you know, where like a bunch of artists came out of there. I've heard people say that Saskatchewan might be that.
Honestly, I could see it.
Yeah,
like,
there's a good.
There's a
acts.
lot of good bands there.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you guys can you share a few of the other Saskatchewan bands people may or may not have heard of yet?
I love One Bad Sun. They're sick.
Yeah, and we're opening for them
Yeah.
in December, which
Nice.
is super exciting.
Yeah.
I think Grimes is from Saskatchewan. I like that.
Yeah, there's like the Pistol Whips. There's Megan Nash, Poor Nameless Boy.
the Garys,
Yeah.
Close Talker.
There's almost too many to name because like all of them are
You
so
got 3
amazing.
hours.
Yeah.
Anisha.
Yeah.
Another big one.
I'll just put this part of the interview like speed round up.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Is this you guys' first time playing Toronto?
No, this is our 3rd time.
3rd time.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time we came here was for Searchlight,
Okay.
and the second time was actually for Warped Tour. So.
Right on.
now here.
Right. Yeah. And you guys were in the top 4 bands in all of Canada for Searchlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk about that contest, that experience. That's quite the compliment to it, man. Like,
Yeah, especially because we didn't really know what we didn't really have a plan yet. So then all of a sudden we're like, oh, we're going to Toronto because we're like good.
This is
So then, like,
this is like we were back in high school, and it was kind of like this big question of like when we graduated, are we still doing the band?
Yeah.
And this whole Searchlight thing happened, and it was kind of like this weird dream like experience
Trance.
where it was just like, wow, like we got into the top like in our province, and it was like, wow, we're like in the top 25 in the country, and then all of a sudden we're like the top 4.
Out of 1,600.
Yeah, and it was just insane. There's like this whole experience of flying over, going to their studios, doing this recording, meeting some amazing people.
Yeah.
And we came back home and we're like, yeah, like you know what, this is what we need to do with our lives. This is kind of
Yeah.
a little bit of a sign, I guess.
and that kicked off our like first tour as well. We're like, okay, well we did that, so I guess we can tour now. And then we just like
Kind of just
have
flowed from
kept
there.
doing
Yeah.
tours and whatnot after
Yeah.
that.
It was a big
Very cool.
validation. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, and recording-wise, video-wise, what kind of stuff do you guys got coming up with that? Working on anything?
Ooh.
We are writing.
Writing.
Yeah, ready
We
the
are
next
writing.
the next record. Planning some cool stuff that we can't talk about yet, but a lot of cool artsy things happening.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Nice.
It's gonna be cool.
Right on. Okay, and yeah, so now while you guys are in Toronto, any specific things you guys are looking forward to checking out before you guys head back?
We want to go to the poop cafe.
Okay, I didn't know we had one of those.
Yeah, everything's like bathroom themed.
Okay.
It's like desserts. I don't know.
Our band is obsessed with food, so like we actually have this running list of like every place we go, we want to like write down the best place to get food.
Yeah.
So we've kind of been like branching out and exploring all these different areas, and now we want
The bad thing with that though is we end up going to the same restaurant like the whole time we're here.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we poop cafe. We did some shopping.
Yeah. Gonna go see some concerts tonight.
I don't know, some of the venues were like things we wanted to check out, but we just gotta go because we played them.
Yeah.
AKA Bovine for you.
Yeah.
That's a good way to check that off your list to be playing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And it's every time we've come to Toronto, we've like stayed in a different area of it, so it's like feels like a different city every time.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the music scene here compared to back in Saskatchewan?
I don't know how people stand out. Like when there's so many venues, so many great artists. It's like like the fact that there's like venues across the street from each other is like mind blowing for us because back home we barely have a venue to go play at. So it's cool. It's definitely cool that how thriving it is here, but it's intimidating for sure.
Right.
I think it'd be
In my
interesting to like come here for a month and like dive deep into it, because I feel like we've come here and we have just seen the very surface of it all.
Right.
We were kind of just like dipping our toes into it, so it'd be really cool to come back and just like really get into it and see what Toronto has.
Yeah.
I totally just ripped my jacket.
I was trying to be all cool and serious, and you wrecked it.
Working on an outfit for tonight.
DIY.
Do it yourself with the Wolf.
Yeah, on this episode of Arts and Crafts with the Wolf. Cool. Okay. Can we talk about your lyrics a little bit? When you guys are looking to write a song, what's your main source of inspiration?
Dumb boys.
Dumb
Just
boys?
kidding. Life, yeah,
Feelings.
cliche, but like I like writing from personal experiences because it's my way of expressing myself and letting it out. Because I find like if you hold too many feelings inside, it can like take over and like kind of like rule your life for a bit. So I think expressing it and letting it out is a good way of like dealing with it in a healthy way.
For me, I don't have a lot of songs. Well, my lyrics will be in upcoming songs because I'm just starting to write. But for me, I like to what's it called? I like to like write a story, kind of like not like about me or my life, but something that kind of is similar to like something I'm going through, but like a complete different.
Yeah, you like to like put a storyline to it and kind
Yeah.
of out of body it.
Yeah. If that makes any sense
Yep.
at all.
Yep. That makes sense. That's cool. Okay, we'll go to back to the Prince Albert music scene. I guess Saskatchewan kind of in general. But you were saying like in Prince Albert, there's really only one bar, or maybe a couple of them there. What is the like music-wise, genre-wise, what is mostly being played in Prince Albert? Like if there's only a few bands playing all the
Like
time.
what genre?
Yeah.
There's the countryside that's like almost like the older generations, and then there's the
Rock, punk.
rock punk side that's more like underground, more like where the kids are going, where like so
It's still quite young, the music scene in PA. I think it's
Right.
just kind of been happening within like the last 5 years. So it's at a point where it's starting to develop itself, and it'd be really cool if a new venue could kind of open and take that on. But
yeah, a lot of like house shows, house parties, like DIY venues, like
yeah, quite underground.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And yeah, you guys are obviously doing very well for yourself at this point. Do you guys have any advice for any other girls looking to start music to get where you guys are?
screw it, just do it.
When it gets hard, you have to keep going because
It's worth it.
yeah, and it's like probably always gonna be kind of hard, but it's always worth it in the end because there's something really cool that comes out of all the hard work that you do.
Yeah, I think there's always gonna be one person who tells you no, and you just gotta be like,
Then
well,
you'll find,
you know
like-
what? This is what I want to do. So
Or there's 5 people who tell you no, and then there's the one person who says yes, and then they're way better than all the other people that said no. Because then
Yeah. Also, like I've read so many girls or young guys say like, oh, I can't start a band, I suck at guitar. It's like
we didn't know what we were doing.
we literally started a band before we knew how to play. If that makes any sense. Like we were like, let's do a band, and then
We didn't have our instruments yet.
yeah,
And our first practice was like not our instruments. It was just
hanging out.
yeah, it was so we're like, let's write a song.
How? Yeah, no, definitely just like get a shitty guitar, get those like package deals at a music store and just like learn on that, and then when you figure out, hey, I sound better than this guitar does, then upgrade. Like you can't start at the best. Like
And I think it's like super important to find yourself a community, because there's a lot of people who say like, I play guitar in my bedroom and I don't know anybody who plays anything else. So I think it's just a matter of like, go out to the live shows that your city has and just like get involved, talk to people, make some friends, and you never know where that could go. So I think that's really important
definitely.
to get yourself a community of people.
definitely go to shows.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's a good place to end it, and that was some
Yeah.
amazing advice.
Thanks.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming through. There's going to be links to all your stuff underneath, so you guys can check them out. The Wolfe. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And when you hit